Hello everybody, welcome back once again to my channel. I am super excited to share with you guys my experience and how I passed my driving road test the other day. This is one of the reasons why my life get busy here. No video uploaded because I need to focus my practice driving skills since I never get behind the wheels before. Yes, exactly. I am 34, but I never tried driving. That's why when I got here in Washington State, it's a big challenge for me. However, I am grateful and thankful to my husband because he's helping me out. He's teaching me, polishing and equipping me on my driving skills. Though he's super strict, but I understand. There is a time that after practice, we're fighting, but later on, we understand each other, move on, start a new day. And why I'm telling this to you guys, because don't get easily distracted, don't get intimidated, don't give up, move forward, continued, and focus until you get your driver license, right? Do you remember that I passed the written test last year and I got my student permit or the learner's permit? That's the time that I started practicing, but it depends of the availability of my husband because sometimes he's busy. So during my practice, it's randomly, sometimes after 2 months, 3 months. Then the time come this month, May 11, my husband said, why not to try to do your road test and then get your driver license? I said, okay, why not? Let's try. So during the discussion, it's very important also for me. I'm pushing myself to get a driver license because here in USA, it is some of the company here, it is one of the requirements to, to get a job. So that's why I need to get a driver license. And that time, we're discussing to get a schedule or an appointment. We went to the DMV office and my husband brought me to Shelton because he's thinking that it's easy there. The route is easy for me to do the road test. So upon the arrival in Shelton DMV office, they were saying that they are not conducting the road test. I need to go to driving school. Once I pass, then I have to go back to them to apply the driver license card ID and took the pictures and some bills to pay. So we move out. We need to find a driving school. We found one nearby. And the examiner there, she told us that there's no availability within that week. So she said, okay, let's do the road test today. I said, oh, really? Surprisingly, the examiner wanted to do the road test within that day. And I am surprised. I am not ready. I'm nervous because I am expecting to get scheduled the next day or Friday, something like that. So in myself, that time, I am thinking about why not to try. Okay, so the examiner looking for my Washington State ID. She gave me a piece of paper to fill it out, the form, signed up, and pay some bill. It's $54 for 2 attempt. First try, if I failed, I can do retake. After settling all those proper documents, paying the bills, she told us that I am going to use their car. And I said, I thought that I'm gonna use our own car because it's my comfort zone. I used to it and I'm driving on that. But she told me that you are going to use the driving school car. I said, okay, no problem, let's do it, let's try. So we went to the parking lot. The examiner gave me the key and this is what happened. This is the pre-test. The examiner will check the condition of the car, all the lights, and also the hand signal of the driver. So when I get inside, she asked me the hand signal, right signal, left signal, stop signal, or slow. You have to learn about that. And then she let me to try to, press the accelerator and also the brake. While pressing the accelerator or the gas, once she told me that she's telling that stop, I need to press the brake immediately. That's an emergency stop. So she's trying to check if I am attentive to her instruction. After doing that, she asked me to start the engine. So when I start the engine, she's going to check the lights. She asked me to turn on the left signal light. So you have to click that, then right signal light, then press the brake lights. She's checking also the brake lights. And all of that is good. Then she got inside the car. And this is the basic. I always remember that about the seatbelt. When you look at the examiner that she's not putting buckle up the seatbelt, you have to inform her, advise her that you have to buckle up your seatbelt. And then also I did mine. I locked the door, then checking the mirror, the both side, it's okay. I didn't do anything because everything is fine, but I adjusted the rear mirror view because I need to look over the traffic behind of me. So everything is clear, everything is fine, everything is good. The examiner said, if you're ready, you can start drive now and go to the open area. So I started driving. When I started driving, going to the open area, this is the first thing. We need to check all the time the speedometer, the speed limit. It's very important. Let's say example, if you will be in the school, it's 20 only. It should not be 21. Otherwise, it will be deducted. Your points will lose your point, your score. So it should be 18, 19, and I made it. I am always checking my speed limit because otherwise there's some certain place that it's flashing, the flashing lights. You have to, it's very particular to the examiner. And she has a piece of paper. She's writing everything, what is my score. And while driving, it's very important to change the lane. When the examiner is asking to change the lane, you need to look over your shoulder before you proceed. Give the signal all the time when you are changing the lane, left or right. Then look over the shoulder, then proceed if it's safe to do so. So there's some car there is a blind spot, but even though you have a blind spot mirror, you need to look over your shoulder and check if it's safe to do the changing lane and give the signal. So I made that. Then after doing that, we went to the residence area. At the residence area, the first thing that she wanted me to do is the backing. And when you do the backing, you need to give also signal. If you're turning backing like at the right side, you need to give the signal that you need to turn on the right signal. So when I started backing, there's a curb. I need to avoid the curb. And when the examiner said, okay, stop. Okay, that's the time that I can stop. And I made it. The thing is, I forgot to give the signal and I lose some points on that. And after doing that, the examiner said, okay, you can re-enter now the traffic. And always take note that before proceeding or re-entering the traffic, you need to look over the shoulder again, give the signal wherever you go, then proceed if it's safe to do so. So continue driving. The next page of the test is the parking on uphill. So the examiner said how you are going to park uphill. So I remember that when you're driving uphill, parking uphill, you're turning the steering wheel away from the curb, then change the gear into park, then don't forget the emergency brake. That's the most important thing, so it will not roll down. That's why the steering wheel away from the curb, change the gear into park, then emergency brake. Yeah. So after doing that, after the parking uphill, proceed again to re-enter to the traffic. Then the next page that she wanted me to do is the parallel parking on the residence area. So there was a car ahead, but there's no other car. She's telling me that, think about it, imagine that there's another car behind of that and you're going to park in the middle. So I do the parallel parking and I lose a lot of points because I hit the curb. Yeah, and I am prepared that time that for sure I'm going to do the retake. So I hit the curb and I didn't do that perfectly. I didn't make it smoothly, but I tried. So after doing that, she asked me to go re-enter again to the traffic. And again, I have to look over my shoulder and give the signal and proceed if it's safe to do so. So after doing that, she's always checking the speed limit, and if there is intersection that, you know, it's a four-way, there's no traffic lights, make it a four-way, and whoever came first, then that's the car has the right way to proceed. So it's important also to remember that, because there are some certain place that it's like that. The good thing is there's no car during that time during my test, and I'm easily moving forward. And when it comes to stop sign, you need to fully stop, because it's very important for them. Though many times there's a sign of stop, you need to stop if there's a signal. So after doing that, changing the lane, checking the signal, left and right signal is very important, the lights. Then focus. I'm super nervous that time, but I'm controlling myself, focus and scan the place and making sure that it's safe. So after doing those things, she asked me to go back to the driving school. So we go back there, and then she's checking also the lane, if I'm in a proper lane is very important. So during that time when we go back to the driving school, I am expecting to do the retake, but surprisingly she told me that I passed, and I'm very, very happy that time when she told me I passed. Then she's giving me the piece of paper, the sheet, and giving instruction what I missed, what is the lacking, and what I need to practice. And I have a lot of comment about the curb and the sign, I mean the signal. So that's my driving test, my road test. And after passing the road test, we go directly to the DMV office to apply a driver license ID card, take some pictures and pay some bills. We pay there 54, and then the application is 35, so we pay $89 over there. And yeah, that's my journey. I know and I believe you can do it, guys, even from the scratch like me. As long as you are determined, motivated, just focus on your practice, applied it, and make it sure that it's safe. Be attentive, look over your shoulder, scan your place, check the bicycle or check the pedestrian. Is very important. So I believe that you can be a better driver, guys. And thank you so much for watching. I know that it's a long video that I've shared to you. I miss you guys, and thank you for watching here. I hope you will learn something when it comes to driving road test. And yeah, I'm grateful, and congratulations in advance to you guys. Thank you for being here, and see you in my next vlog. Bye bye.